Hi guys, so I'm back with another video, but this video today is basically about my ladies. While you on your if you are on your spiritual journey, please be advised and keep in mind that number one thing that kind of slow us down on our spiritual awakening or spiritual journey or healing journey is karmic family, karmic partners, and soul ties. Those are the things that really can slow us down. Those are the things that really can hinder our growth spiritually when it comes to these ties, these connections, these spiritual connections we form with other individuals. The reason us females, we are so affected by our spiritual awakening, like we go through the most, is because we form soul ties with men that we never knew that was warlocks. A lot of men come across, like in the physical, like outside, it looks beautiful, they look charming, they look very good, like very, appealing to the eyes, but inside they're very dark, and there are warlocks. What they do is harness and harvest your sacred energy and to manifest things in their own life. And some of us, we have a sacred wound, and if you know you have a sacred wound, it is very, very important. Take it from me, it is very, very important that you are very careful with the people that you hook up with. These men are sometimes Mason, or sometimes they have like a friend that's a Mason, or a friend of a Mason, or a family member that's a Mason, and they have particular rituals and things that they do on females, to harvest your energy, to take that energy, and sometimes you really don't know. Here you are, you're thinking like you in a relationship with somebody, or you're just hooking up with somebody, innocently, like, this is just somebody that you really feeling, and the whole time the person is using that energy for they self. And a lot of times how it affects you is that your energy gets down low, because that person is really draining you out of your sacred energy, and things in your life start getting stagnant to move forward. You can't manifest anything, and you have like lack of stability in your personal life, and sometimes you don't know where it's coming from. But what you don't realize is that person that you constantly hooking up with is a warlock. They have, even if they're not, they have like, not, let me fix what I said. Not all Masons. Some people are like respectable Masons. They know what to do, they know what not to do. Not all of them, but some of them are very, very like childish. They abuse those things on, especially females are their victim. They prey on certain females, and it's so unfortunate. And sometimes they're not even Mason, they just know someone that knows someone, that will tell them certain things, or they will go to a spiritual person, to help them do that, because they reveal to someone about you through sexual energies. And if you're very sacred, if you're a very like abundant, you're a divine person, and you probably didn't even know, because you had life lessons that you had to go through and stuff. And if that person finds out you made a mistake and sleep with that person, they see all of that, they're gonna suck you dry. They're gonna take everything from you. So please, the number one thing you need to do is always, take your time to know people. Sometimes what people present themselves to be, that's not who they really are. They have a whole different lifestyle than what they show or present you. So be very mindful when it comes to hooking up with certain men. Not all men. It's usually young boys. Let me rephrase. That's not men. It's usually young boys. That has like other issues going on. They obsessed with power, and they don't want to work hard. They don't want to put in the work to gain anything in their life. Their whole life is just prey on other women to obtain what they have. They're unable to really stand on their own. While you're sitting there, you love this person, you care about this person, especially sometimes men that has father issues, maybe someone didn't teach them how to stand up and be a man and not prey on innocent women, that's, very genuine, that's trying to really love you and stuff. So, and they take that for granted. Sometimes a lot of men, the way they think, the way they move is from the streets. Someone taught them that. Someone to be successful, which is everyone want to be successful. But I always hear, and I have brothers. As a man, I watch certain men in my family, like my cousin, my brothers and stuff. They always work for everything they have. They don't go to no witch doctor, no warlock, or no mason to gain anything from a woman. They work hard for everything they have. And I've been around a lot of men that work hard for everything that they have. And sometimes you can come across a lot of, men that don't believe in that. They don't believe in working hard. They believe in, do a little bit amount of work and trying to get a lot of success out of it. And they really honestly think that's how it works. So if you notice that you start messing with someone and you start seeing like your finances getting funny or your money looking kind of funny, things that normally wouldn't happen to you start happening to you, that is a sign that, hey, go deep, find out what's going on. Some men have baggages. They deal with other people. They have karmic partners and they become your karmic partners, and all that energy is your energy is mingling with all these people. And sometimes those individual violated one of the most horrible universal law by tapping into your energy. And if they can't do something, they'll call someone else to also tap into your energy. And now you have like a whole bunch of unknown people tapped into your energy because of a sexual encounter you had with a guy that is a warlock behind closed doors that you never knew about. And that is something that when you get on this spiritual it has to be revealed to you. This is the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, yeah, you might have got away with it for like 5 years, 10 years, heck, 20 years. But the minute the person have their first awakening, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's going to be very, very extremely hard to put that person asleep, to cipher or to take something from them, or to use them for something, because the person is already awakened. They don't understand exactly what's going on, but they have that feeling. They have that gut feeling. And a lot of people don't understand, like, everything you have ever done to that person, it gets revealed to you when you awaken. That's the whole part of spiritual awakening. That's why sometimes people don't want other people to go on a spiritual awakening journey. This has to be revealed to you. You have to know certain things, because the reason a lot of people got away with a lot of things, that's because you wasn't aware of them as of yet. You wasn't aware. You was blind to what's going on. And the universe and your ancestors needed you to go through this to set boundaries. Like, I had to go through through certain things because I lacked boundary in the past, but now I have boundary. And the more people get revealed to you, the more you have to cut them off. You cannot continue with them on the next level, knowing that this is what they was doing behind the scene. There's certain things someone has been doing to you. It has to be revealed so you know that, yeah, there's no coming back from that. And there's certain people that's been doing things, there is absolutely no coming back from that. No matter how much you like that person, once something has been made clear and been revealed to you, where certain things is coming from, where some of your issues is coming from, and 9 out of 10 is the people closest to you, you gotta cut them off. And sometimes when as a female, I know it gets so hard because you really had high hopes. You really thought this was the one. You really thought no way. There's no such thing. And the whole time, I promise to you, you were sleeping with the enemy. And you didn't know. in the minute you cut that person out of your energy, you kick them out of your energy, you call judgment on them, that's it. They has to pay you back for all the times they was using. They have to pay you back for, because that's like a lot, sometimes people don't really know the universal law. It's something that was taught to them, or it's something that someone told them, teach them how to do it and stuff, and they go around and they do it, but they don't really dig deep to know, okay, what is the consequence, doing this, what comes after this. Anytime you tapping in and you doing something that's against universal law, you best believe there is something behind it that you going to have to pay back for. So it was just okay, it's like you basically was on a loan. You was that person, you was loaning that person energy, and now you have to pay up. And it's sad, because sometimes you cannot control the way karma comes. You don't understand, karma is very much real, and a lot of time karma could come in and take someone closest to you that's innocent, that probably didn't even know this person was living this type of life, that had probably had nothing to do with it. But when you don't know who you spiritually attacking, it could be an earth angel, it could be, I guarantee you, if someone has a certain energy that you felt oh my gosh, you could use that person energy, 9 out of 10 that person is an earth angel. That person is something of higher ranking in the spiritual. That person is something. So if you see how powerful her energy is, you had to really think wait a minute here. Okay, I know this is for greed, this is for money and all that stuff. You want to show the boys, you wealthy, you got money and all that stuff, but you want to show up for the boys. I get it. I really do get it. But you got to be a selfish individual to know that, to not do your research before you do something, especially when it comes to spirituality, because every action has an effect. It's yin and yang. It has to be some type of balance. You might have got away with it 5, 10, 15 years ago, but once the universal law stepped in, once the universe stepped in, once everything has to be balanced, earth has to be balanced, that's it. The wheel has to turn. We have to turn, we have to keep moving. And sometimes you can't control the way karma enters your life. And if you have family member and you like a father figure or someone, you got to be very careful on the things that you do, because if you come across an earth angel, a very spiritual person, and you took it upon yourself and trying to play God in that person's life, and tap into that person's energy, and then and have other people to tap into that energy, you got to pay for that. You got to pay for that. And you don't get to choose how you pay for it, but you got to pay for it. Because you should have did your homework to know, this is not someone you want to play with. That's why you don't do certain things to just anybody. You got to be careful. You got to keep in mind. Yeah, you might have stumped for a good 2-3 years, but what's coming behind, what's coming next for you, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. Some people, ancestors, go hard for them. How dare you? It's a disrespect, So sometimes people around that person gonna start getting sick. Sometimes it's not you that get the karma. Sometimes karma hit someone around you, people around you. Your mother might get sick, your father might get sick. God forbid, please knock on wood, kids. But that's just how it is. Your wife might get sick out of nowhere. People start dying and people start falling. All that is on your conscience. All that's on your conscience. It's like a foolish, to me, I feel like that's like a foolish move. A foolish move that people do for wealth, for money, man. It's not even worth it. So, and that's the thing, ladies, you gotta heal from that now. You got to heal from that, and you got to cleanse yourself, and you got to get closer to source, get closer to your ancestors. leaving everything in your ancestors' hand. Let them handle it, and sometimes you can't control how your ancestors spin the block. You just can't control that. It's uncontrollable. You don't have that. Once you cut the ties with someone, that's it. It's a wrap. And that's when, once that's been revealed and you do the necessary step to cut that off, and that's when you're going to start seeing, you have to heal from that, because that person has been doing this for a while. So you need time to heal, to understand, like, why did you go through this? Why did that person come in? That person came in for a reason. That person came into your life to teach you a specific lesson about yourself, how to set boundaries with people, not just allowing people, sometimes, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you got to research people. You got to get to know people, because sometimes what people show you outside, the lifestyle they live, that you think they live, they got like a whole private lifestyle that you don't know about. And they have people that you never met before, like friends that you never, because, there is the person they show you, and then there is the private person that you don't know about. So you got to be very careful on those type of people, because in order for you to get back your power, in order for you to move up, or to start reaping your reward, that person cannot be in your energy, and that person cannot be connected to you anymore. You understand? You got to learn how to, really sit with yourself and not jump into another relationship, but really sit with yourself and say, okay, yeah, this taught me something. Like, what did this taught me? What did this really taught you? Like, as women, we suffer from codependency. I know I did. We're very codependent on people. You created a codependent relationship, a toxic relationship, and a trauma-bound relationship. So it made you really rely on that person. So you didn't really dig deep, or trying to really go above and beyond to trying to understand, like, why is this person in your life? Even you would literally turn your head away from the red flags, because you honestly believe, at least that's the illusion the person created for you to believe, like, there's something that they're not. You're trying to make them divine in your eyes. You're trying to make them feel like there's a connection between you and them, and it's really not. There's no connection really at all. Once you start healing the codependency, that person look totally different in your eyes, and that's when you break from the spell, by healing. Because at the time, maybe back then, you didn't really know your value, your worth, and we all go through it, we all go through it. I'm not ashamed to say I've gone through it. So as much as it's a effed up situation, but it was something that is necessary for us, especially if we struggle from codependency. We have unresolved childhood trauma. So these relationships came into our lives. These people came into our life to show us, our worth, to show us, we had the power all along. And once it's through these things that those individuals do to you that you really gonna realize that you are a sacred being, you're a sacred wound. You actually have a lot more power within you if they can extract your energy and to build things or to manifest things. That lets you know that you're stronger than you probably give yourself credit for. There is something special within you, and then you should investigate that. You should trying to realize that about you, and really protect your energy, and really protect yourself, and get to know people, know what they're really into before committing to them, or before opening the door to them, because these type of individuals is people that you really, really like, especially if you're like an earth angel. Having those people attached to you is going to be hard for you to hear the divine. It's going to be hard for you to really have a really strong relationship with the divine or with source, because those people cannot be attached to you. I hope this helps someone. So the key to this is really to break the spell, heal so you do not have to meet another person like this again, because sometimes when you don't learn the lesson, another person will come in a different body. It's going to be the same energy and the same lesson, and you're going to keep repeating the same thing, and you're going to start meeting these same type of men, these same type of people, the same energy, because you are refusing to go within and really destroying that side of you that is attracting those type of people, you know. So the best thing to do is heal, and once you heal, the energy will be balanced, and take some time off from relationship and celibacy. You know, take some time off from that for a while until you really get yourself back on track, because the right person won't take advantage of you. That wasn't your person. If you had experienced something like that, the right person for you would never take advantage of you, and the right person would never even allow a divine counterpart. They would never allow another individual to tap into your energy, because they know the more individual that's tied to your energy, your abundance, their abundance is tied to you. So they're going to lose also. While you losing, they're losing. Your counterpart, your real divine counterpart, they're losing. So they have to, you know, protect you. But in order for them to come in and protect you, you also have to heal from certain things, so you don't allow the situation to keep going on, or you don't continue a cycle with these type of people ever again. So you can call in your real divine counterpart. That was just a counterfeit.